Welcome back. Lecture 18, Outcomes 1 and its criteria. So in this lecture or lesson, I want to teach you how to understand the structure of the Outcomes 1 and the rest of the engineering report. Some of the notes that I would like for you to take. Number 1, I'm asking you to pay some serious attention to this video, because this video lays out the foundation of the rest of the outcomes and their criteria. Number 2, I'm asking you to revisit other videos where I was mentioning correlation between ECSA guidelines and outcomes 1 to 4, and seemingly correlation between project management and outcomes 1 to 4. Details that I would like for you to note. Outcomes 1 to 11 are all a continuation of detailing which is based off the TER or the TEO. So for the TERs, or the training and experience report, you have to look at reports which were at a degree of responsibility level D or E. And for the TEO, or training, experience and outline, you have to look at degree of responsibility which is at level E and only E. So do you understand now that when we talk about cross-referencing, we're actually talking about two reports which talk to each other? Yes, the training experience report or the training experience outline relates to the engineering report, and they need to speak to each other. If they don't speak to each other, just go back to your training experience reports and fix them. Now, also another thing to note is that the maximum number of words per criterion is 100 words. So this means that you've got all the time to write the details that you were not able to put there on the training and experience report, here for a maximum of 100 words. And also you also have the opportunity to put or attach your calculations and drawings as an addendum. Just make sure that the total number of pages do not exceed 50 pages for the whole report or your whole submission. So in outcomes 1, we have 3 criteria which are under the main heading, which is define, investigate and analysis broadly defined engineering problems. So the description above is carefully constructed, and it's always, I want you to note this, all the descriptions are carefully constructed and always in chronological order. So what do I mean by this? If you read the heading from the left to the right, you come up with actually an order of, or a flow of the information they want from you. So like for example, I've listed the first one is define, right? Then they want you to investigate, right? And then the last thing they want you to do is do the analysis of broadly defined engineering problem, right? But let's say for example you wanted to do this the other way around. You cannot investigate before you define, and you cannot do an analysis before you actually do investigation for the type of problem they are asking you to put here. So do you see, there is an order which is carefully constructed, and you need to fill this form in that manner. Look at the correlation. I've presented to you outcomes 1 and its criteria with the description and also the criteria, which are all put in a chronological order from the description. So here you should not have any problems here, because ECSA have given themselves time to ensure that there is a flow in the information that you give them, and the flow is from the start to the end. So for example, we may further break down the questions that you see there on the criteria. For example, if you are to download the template that I've attached and you go to criterion 1.1, you will see that it says state how you performed or contributed in defining engineering problems leading to an agreed definition of the problems to be solved. And that very same criterion, you can further break it down, right? By state how you performed and in defining engineering problems leading to an agreed definition of the problems to be solved. Or you can say state how you contributed. So do you see? But it's carefully constructed, whatever I'm trying to put to you. ECSA have given themselves time to give you questions which are chronologically in order. So it's not just some random questions which you're gonna be getting. Look at further breakdown of the criteria. Criteria 1.2 says state how you performed or contributed in investigating engineering problems, including collecting, organizing, and evaluating information. Or state how you contributed in investigating engineering problems, including collecting, organizing, and evaluating information. Now, if you look carefully, they've actually divided the problem for you to select the right problem for you, because sometimes you are performing work and sometimes you're contributing work. So it depends whether you're performing with limited help or if you were contributing. So contribution was degree responsibility level D, and performing is degree of responsibility, which is at level E. So you need to know which person are you in putting down the information here, and you need to choose the right question which is talking to you. And just note that the question that you're choosing is already constructed for you in such a way that whichever information you're putting is in an order from the highest to the lowest. So in a difficulty or in an easy way, that is the end of this lesson. So I've also left for you an example which is in the downloads, but I'm asking from all of you that from now on in the outcomes, I'm going to be using examples which are based off mechanical engineering technologist. And this is simply because I'm a mechanical engineering technologist. And so it's best that I now stick to one report which is based off that which I specialize in, or my area of work. So in a nutshell, I would like to say thank you for your attention, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lecture. Let's press on.